Crop Production and Management Part 4 and Agricultural Practices Part 3. First, for a recap, let's see the difference between fertilizers and manures.
Fertilizers, these are man made, obviously in factories and workshops. They don't contain humus, the decayed substance. They are rich in plant nutrients like nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium. Manures, on the other hand, are extremely natural, like made up of cattle dung, biodegradable substances, animal and organic waste material, thus containing a lot of humus, and they are not so rich in nutrients which are chemically induced.
Advantages of manure: it increases the water holding capacity of the soil and also gives good aeration to all the roots. It gives the soil a better texture and the number of friendly microbes are increased.
Irrigation. The supply of water to crops at regular intervals is called irrigation. Obviously, water and air, along with sunlight, are the most important thing that plants and crops need. Plants contain nearly 90% water. That's a pretty high percent, isn't it?
Yes.
Germination of seeds needs moist conditions. Water also protects the crop from both frost and hot air currents. In summer, the water frequency, obviously, as one would imagine, is higher.
Now, why is it higher? First, let's get to know a term called as transpiration. So, transpiration in summer occurs a lot. Why? Because the evaporation rate is much lesser than summer in other seasons. In summer, water gets evaporated from the leaves very fast, which leads to much more water loss in the leaves, so the whole plant. So, when water gets evaporated, what happens is, if we go back to the slide, irrigation is more needed in more quantities, and therefore the plants get dry very quickly.
These are various sources of irrigation: wells, tube wells, ponds, lakes, rivers, dams, and canals. So, some of the famous sources are also labeled. Obviously, who doesn't know of the rivers Ganga, Yamuna, Kaveri, Saraswati, Godavari? The Chilika Lake is one of India's largest freshwater lakes. The Indira Gandhi Canal, the Farakka Barrage, these are sources of irrigation. And huge dams like Teri, Bhakra Nangal, Hirakud, these are very famous dams of India.
Traditional methods of irrigation. As you can see in the picture, there are four methods which are traditional of irrigation. First is mole, which is actually the pulley system, as you can see in the picture, and chain pump, wherein you can see that the chain is one of the main things which is operated in this chain pump, as the name suggests, and dhekli and rahat, which is actually the lever system, which is mostly spun around by cows or the other domestic animals and or sometimes even people.
These are obviously modern methods of irrigation. The sprinkler and the drip system.
We will discuss it later about them in the next video. Thank you so much.